Found a little frog hole there. I'm at a new public land spot that I actually scouted with my wife and Maverick a month ago or so, but since we had the stroller we didn't get too deep or too far off the access path. Man, ton of frogs. But today I'm gonna, ooh, there's a big frog. I'm gonna dive in deeper to a spot that looks good on a map, sets up really good for bedding on this big marsh area. But what I wasn't anticipating is there's actually a pretty well cut access path that's already halfway back, but I don't think it goes all the way back. Hoping it doesn't. So check it out, see if it looks good, see if I find some deer sign, maybe kick something up. If I don't, we won't give it a shot this fall, I guess. But oh no, this is gonna be thick. This is really thick. And those are those big bristly, I don't know what the heck they are, but they're sharp. And there's already mosquitoes, so see what we find. Okay, so a little bit here. The area I'm in is mostly open grassland, weeds, I don't know what you want to call them, but there's some pockets that have these little, I think they're cottonwoods growing up. There's a lot of patches of them. When I scouted with my wife, we actually kicked the doe out of one of these and I found some bedding along some other ones. So, wasn't much activity in this one, but it's pretty close to the access path, so keep trudging in deeper. Keep checking these little pockets. Hopefully find some good signs. Kicked up a couple deer. Only 150 yards off the access path probably. This looks like a doe and a fawn. I'm getting closer to that where I think they're gonna bed, so this is looking good. Over by the dairy farm, I got a picture of a nice buck in velvet. I'll put a picture on here, but it's hard to say how old he actually is. I'm kind of thinking he's only 2.5, but if he walks through, I'll probably smoke him. Possibly, unless I find something bigger. So, we'll see. Alright. This spot is actually really nice. There's definitely a lot of bedding. I found just about under all these trees back here, there's at least one bed under all of them. A lot of deer trails cutting through the cattails, but I mean, it's been really dry. I'm not finding a lot of tracks. There's some through this mud here. This swamp's really dry from where it looks like it usually is. It's down 30 feet probably if it used to go to the cattails. And I'm not sinking in at all. It's not muddy, it's dry. But the only problem is it's just doe sign. I haven't found any rubs, no buck tracks. But I'm sure there's some in here somewhere. And if anything, I mean, if does are here during the rut, bucks will be here, so. At the spot, you're probably gonna have to ground hunt. I brought climbing sticks to try to get up a little high today and look at things, but I think if I get more than 3 feet in these trees, they're gonna bend over, so. This might have to be a spot and stock place. I'll keep looking though, see if I find some good buck sign. If not, I may not ever come back here, but it's definitely a low pressure area because there's no trees to hang stand, so we'll see. Might have found a patch of trees you can actually put a tree stand in. You get away with it actually. Depends on the wind, but there's a nice trail that cuts right down, right along these trees and in those trees, and the water is right there. It's kind of like a natural pinch point. It's a place I'm going to mark on my hunt stand app and might give that a shot. Cause I mean, there's a lot of deer sign. I'm finding some buck tracks now, but nothing big. Still haven't found any rubs or anything, but doesn't mean they're not here. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna head back to the car. I want to scout the other side, but that marsh keeps going and going. And bugs. And I tried to cross it. It's not that wide, 15 feet maybe. But every time I take about 2 feet into that, I just sunk up to my ankles in mud. And I had a stick I was poking in front of me, and it was going farther. So I thought, since I'm by myself, it better not get myself stuck in the mud in the middle of some water. I have to call somebody, so I'm gonna head out back to the car and just drive around to the back side of this piece and come in from there. probably gonna be quicker, honestly. So give that a shot. Alright, well, I completely abandoned scouting the rest of that swamp. I looked out on a map. The terrain's the same as the side I was on, so there's really not much more I'm going to do scouting it. On the north end of that property there, I located a big cottonwood tree that I could put a stand in. So plans are maybe soon, but I might wait till the foliage starts coming off, and I'll go do like possibly a hunting trip there, but more of an observation sit. Because I can see really far, I can probably see that whole property, so I can know what's moving in and out of there. Get a better game plan on how to hunt it. It's definitely new to me how to hunt like in swamps like that. So headed to a different area now. I'm gonna drive up to, it's about 10 miles north, going to another, gotta watch my maps, another public area that I know there's a lot of deer in. There's a lot of no hunting zones in this place. I'm just gonna drive around it for a while and see what I see. There's actually an access path that's handicap only that I might park and walk down. So actually, the deer I hunted last year, and I saw some deer, a lot of deer signs, so I might walk down that and check some of the fields. Sucks I forgot my binoculars, they're in my wife's car. So I'm going to use a camera for my zooming in. But I don't know, I'll be there in about 10 minutes, so catch up to you then. I'm at the new piece. I already saw quite a few deer, but they were on the wildlife refuge side of the park, which is a big portion of the park. But this is a spot me and Michelle saw 20 deer in back in the spring. I just drove by and there's quite a few deer out here. See how close I can get. One of them got a big body, but I couldn't see his head. Let's see what's out here. Well, definitely liking this piece of public land a lot better than the last one. Just as I've seen a lot of deer driving around. I'm walking down it's a handicap access road that you cannot drive down, but as far as I'm aware, you're allowed to walk down and hunt off of it. So I hunted off it last year, and there's a field up here that it's a half-mile walk almost. But it's all by itself. I'm hoping it's planted in something, but I don't know. But once I get to, there's a hill right above, right looking over top of a pond. So I'll be able to sneak in and pop my head over and see what's out in the field if there's anything planted or deer or anything. But definitely think this is a place me and Brian could fill some doe tags. I'm not sure about bucks. I know this gets pretty pressured. I know I hunted it last year, and this block I'm on, it's a square mile, and every parking spot had a truck in it last year when I hunted. So, but with all this wildlife refuge, there's definitely potential for a buck to get big if he's smart. But if he's smart, he's going to be hard to kill. So, I don't know. We got a lot of options this year. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely fill some tags. So, it's going to be a fun year. Stay tuned. I just got to where I wanted to be. It is a bean field. And on the wildlife refuge side is also a bean field, and there's deer out there. And I'm pretty sure I can see some deer already, so I'm going to pop this hill. And I gotta tell you, this place is awesome. I just came across a dove hunting field that had a bunch of geese in it, but I think were like storks. I don't think they were herons, they looked too big. Behind them looked like some toms, some turkeys. There's deer everywhere. Like, I don't care if I come out here and don't kill anything, it's just Flash on my binoculars. There's some bucks out there. Looks like some good bucks. Holy crap. Maybe. He's a nice one. Couple nice ones. I forgot my stinking binoculars. That's the wildlife refuge side, though. On the other side, I think there's one buck, small buck, and some does. Yeah, there's some nice bucks out there. Heck yeah. Those bikers just came through. Kind of spooked me a little bit because I heard someone coming. I didn't know what the heck it was. But it cleared both fields of deer. I'm sure they'll be back out. They weren't really spooked. So I'm sure they're used to that. Stuff like it. So, but my battery's dying. I'm getting ate up by mosquitoes. I think this is a spot I'll probably bring Michelle and Maverick to, actually. And there's a bush up there. I could get a lawn chair, sit her up in there. Maverick don't cry like a baby because he's being a baby all the time. But I think we'll come out here maybe tomorrow night. Sit till dark. I'm sure some bigger bucks come out closer to dark. But it's a pretty good, eventful scout. I'm pretty happy with coming up here instead of staying at the other place. Hope the footage is alright. I know it looked kind of fuzzy at some points. My camera don't focus the greatest. Me and Brian are going to work on getting at least one better one that makes things look a little clearer and everything. So maybe not this year, but at least by next year, hopefully. So apologize if it looks bad, but definitely some nice bucks in that group. Hopefully they work their way over. It's definitely going to be an early season spot. We're going to give this a shot. Hopefully, because this is technically dove fields, and that season opens Tuesday, and it'll be open for 25 days before deer season starts, so could hurt us, but it may not. We'll give her a shot. So thanks for watching, and if you like, give us a subscribe. Really appreciate it. So see you in the next video.